everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the famed New York. Just the opening round of 12 scheduled for tonight's bout. That's good work by Bernard Hopkins. The combination punching is something that he stressed to us in the pre-fight buildup. Unable to score with the hook. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. Teddy, you think this is the kind of matchup where we're going to see a lot of movement?
Yeah, I think you will. Especially if the faster fighter gets his way, he's going to want to go take a stroll in the park a little bit, Joe, and make sure that the low-endurance fighter is going to have to do some extra pacing.
The man's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. Big uppercut right on the mark. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Goes up top with the right hand. Another huge shot comes in early on in this fight from him.
Well, he understood that his opponent, Joe, was a slow starter. He's jumping right on him, taking advantage.
Good accuracy with that uppercut. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Well-placed double jab. Flush right hand to the head.
Watch that!
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Bernard Hopkins is able to land at a good connect percentage. Look at the punch stats.
Come on. You're stronger than him. You need to hook to the body. Take some of his speed away. Let's go. One more body shot.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Nice work doubling up that jab. Blocks a shot and then lands an uppercut of his own. Good looking right hand after he got hit. The man's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. Bernard Hopkins is landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
Circle, circle!
Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. Halfway through this round. Well placed, straight right hand. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. See him timing that double jab to the head. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. He snaps a jab. Nice strike after catching one by the man. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Keep your head moved.
Bernard Hopkins is doing well here with that two-punch combination. Final 10 seconds. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round.
Just keep it up.
Hopkins is back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
Good work toe-to-toe there. Both fighters got in on him. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Bernard Hopkins is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Hopkins is committed to that counter punching very early on here in this fight, and that can pay off as the night continues.
Well, it's paying off right now because you see that his opponent now is getting a little worried about letting his hands go, because every time he does, he doesn't find anything, and he finds something coming back at him.
Good step back counter punch there. Good flush shot upstairs. Bernard Hopkins' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Lands the counter. And he just holds on there. Well-placed, well-timed combo up top. He digs in with a left hand to the body. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. That hook was well off the mark. And this round comes to an end.
Make it a dogfight. Close the gap and let your hands go.
So as we start round 4, we reflect on the first 3, looking at Teddy's scorecard.
Watch the hook.
Hopkins is showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. He just gave his opponent a really good taste of how fast his hand speed is.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times we talk about power, and we see that power, you know, can damage a guy right away, obviously, and it can intimidate an opponent. But hand speed can do the same thing, and I think it's intimidating right now to his opponent. He's afraid to let that jab go because he might get countered with one of those lightning right hands.
Hopkins' right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him.
One spot.
Or he scores well with the double jab. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. That's a well-placed counter shot. It was the overhand right after he blocked his opponent's effort. The man's jammed by an uppercut. And he clinches yet again.
Side to side.
Headshot lands, was a hook. Good accurate work there after blocking that blow. Keeping him honest with a double jab up top. Hopkins is going with a quality that I think is very underrated in boxing, and that is to be judicious, to really think about when, how, and make the most of each thing you're doing. His punch rate, very, very effective in terms of his percentage landed.
Yeah, he's throwing educated punches. You know, he's not wasting anything. He's making everything count, but just as importantly, everything's leading to something else. You know, he's working the body one moment, and that's leading up to some head attack later on. So he's planning everything out like a smart fighter, a guy that understands the sweet science.
The man's crushed by a huge uppercut. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Well, he's just not throwing many jabs here tonight, Teddy. The man's in a tough spot right now. Boy, he got rocked. And he engages in the clinch. Hopkins is putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Uppercut. That's it.
And he decides to tie up again. Halfway into round number 5 here. Hopkins is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Hopkins' combination punching is working well here. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by the man. Great round now, back and forth. After he did the hurting, he's the one hurt.
Joe, simply put, this is about wit, grit, and spit. This is about fighting.
Hard to believe that they can keep up like that. One of those rounds that you just won't forget. Both guys able to land big punches on the other.
Well, in the old days, they'd be snapping one of those capsules under their nose, you know, smelling salt, ammonia capsules. Not allowed anymore. They want to wake them up, get them together. Now you got to dump a little water on them, send them out.
You see, he comes over the top with that right hand, a real solid shot. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Hopkins is controlling this fight right now. There's one main reason, his jab. Now, he's an inside fighter, but his jab has been the reason he's had success.
Yeah, it's been successful on the outside with that jab, controlling range, controlling everything. And it's allowed him to get to the places you just alluded to on the inside in a safe way.
Halfway through round 6. So dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. You see him holding on.
Combos, combos. Nice work, nice work. Keep moving.
The man's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Bernard Hopkins has got a way of just getting away from that punch. Just 10 seconds to go in this round.
That's it.
End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes off strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here, too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was. And whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight. Finish up good at the end of the round.
Halfway through this fight as this round gets underway here. Been interesting so far. Who knows what we're in store for down the stretch.
Hey, gotta see that come in. Let's go.
Back upstairs he goes. Hopkins' hand speed is right now the difference. Teddy, you got faster hands, you're halfway home.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, is to be able to do that. But there is a way to negate it, to counter it, and that's to time the punches. Timing can beat speed.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching.
Move those feet.
Bernard Hopkins has done a good job there. Solid, targeting that head and landing with a bomb. Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's gonna have to grab on, kill a little time.
Double jab upstairs.
Keep your head moving. Keep working the body.
The man's rocked by that punch. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
And that's the end of round 7.
You gotta relax. You gotta move out. Move.
It's been a good-looking fight here as we start round number 8. Bernard Hopkins has done a good job. He's got the lead on your scorecard. However, he has gotten hit tonight. Teddy, he could use to sharpen up that defense.
Yeah, well, you know what he's doing wrong? He's giving opportunities. That's a good point, Joe. He's giving opportunities to his opponent because he's covering up, putting those earmuffs on too much. And when he does that, he handcuffs himself, and his opponent's taking advantage.
The man's coming out here after being knocked down in the previous round. How important is it for him to be cautious here, to make sure that he does have his legs underneath him?
You know, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword there, Joe, because if you're too cautious, hey, your opponent, he reads it. You're not in that ring alone, you know, and then he's going to get more aggressive. So you want to go out there, maybe feint him a little bit. Let him think you're okay. Let him think you want to go after him. Let him think you want to engage a little bit, and then wind up boxing, staying on the outside, buying some time.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. He returns the just ate a big uppercut. He's in bad shape. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hopkins is now getting back up off the canvas. Right back to the work up top.
Move your head. Get in there. That's what I want to see.
Not able to land the headshot.
I see it. Side to side. Move your head.
Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something either bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
A headshot blocked. Bernard Hopkins is sticking to his game plan regardless of the fact that he's been down in this fight.
Yeah, and one threat you could compliment him for, Joe. You could say he understands who he is. He understands his identity. He's going to win or lose with that. But on the other hand, there are some changes he has to be aware of.
That's classic work with the double jab. Bernard Hopkins is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Parries that punch intended for the head. The man's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Move your head!
They're sending more than one at him now, the combo to the head. The man's punch didn't come close.
You're taking too much punching! Hands up! Keep pushing! Move!
Got to be accurate to send the combination to the body, and he does that. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and it looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
Okay. Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. 1-2 jabs up top. Good combination punching out of him here.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a musical, except right now, I don't think his opponent likes the tone of it.
He just missed that shot up top. And we've reached the halfway point of round 10. And he's holding. Good combination to the head.
There's yourself!
Unable to score with the uppercut that time.
Oh, hands up, hands up!
And that's the end of round 10.
That is it. That's it. I need another round like that. Just like that, all right? Doing good. Just keep it up. Keep circling. Don't stand in front of me.
11th round now underway. Let's look at Teddy's scorecard. Well, he's got a comfortable lead according to you, Teddy.
Yeah, he just sat and had a very nice dinner. You know what? Don't be a garbone now. Finish up, clean yourself a little bit, use your napkin, walk away from the table, go digest your meal. Have your win.
The man's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch.
Work the body kick! Body shots!
Able to show you his blocking ability. block that time. It was intended to the head. Bernard Hopkins has been able to avoid having any of his opponent's headshots landing flush.
And what his opponent has to do, Joe, is make an adjustment. Well, we used to tell the fighters, when a guy's elusive like this fighter is right now, you have to shorten your punches up. Shorten them up a little bit, have less space to travel. They have a better chance of getting to that elusive target.
And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. And now just wasting everybody's time holding on.
Face yourself. Good. What?
Hopkins' punch is far off the target. And that's the end of round 11. I think even the casual observer, the guy who doesn't watch a lot of boxing, can look at this right now and tell you he's winning this fight with ease.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the casual observer. I'm worried about the so-called professional judge. Time and time again, he's shown me that he does not know what he's watching sometimes. But you're right. In this case, it would be hard, almost impossible, to argue for the other fighter.
Targets the hook after blocking that shot. The man's opponent knows exactly what the game plan can be now. That counter punch landed with some success. He's completely turned his offense off. You can see that he's just in an extreme defensive posture, but still, his opponent is scoring here.
Look, the extreme defensive posture is a problem, but if he was moving his head with his hands up, at least there'd be misses there. When his opponent would miss, there'd be an opening to come back where even if you didn't come back, his opponent would be a little worried about sitting in there on you. He'd have to think defense. Right now, he's only thinking offense.
A little something of his own. Blocks a shot, brings back the uppercut.
Let's see some defense.
There's another left hand from him. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the man. He's committed to the combination punching now, and it's working out well up top.
Use your feet.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. Doubling up the jab now. Final bell of what was a one-sided outing.
Well, this one is easy to score. At least it should be.
Let's hear how the judges had it. We send it up to the ring.
A unanimous decision. Your winner, the executioner, Hopkins.
Hopkins' work tonight was well rewarded. A unanimous decision win. Teddy, you saw it all along.
It was easy, and he saw it all along. That's the thing. He saw the punches coming all night long. He was good defensively, and he was good with that left hand.